Yeah, good evening, my fellow Nigerians. The issue going on in our country about Buhari and the Fulani herdsmen terrorizing the city of Edo and the neighboring villages surrounding all Edo State is something all Edo indigenous will come out on Facebook and begin to complain massively because it's getting out of hand. It has never been like this. I don't know where this thing is coming from. I'm tensed up. I'm pissed off. I'm tired of this situation because we have to come out with full force and say no to this oppression from the northern part of Nigeria, the Arewas, the Fulani herdsmen. They cannot hold us in bondage anymore. It has come to an end. We must all come out categorically, and call a spade a spade. The time has come up for us to come out massively. This is no child's play. What are our youths doing back home? What are they doing? Letting the Fulanis be slaughtering our mothers, raping our mothers, our children every day? It is really uncalled for. My fellow Nigerians, my fellow Edolites, my fellow Ishans, my fellow Bini brothers and sisters, I beg of you all, my youth back home, I beg on you all to come out massively to stop this terrorism against our people. Must we wait till they waste the last drop of the blood of our last women or our last person standing in those states? We will come out massively to condemn and say yes, enough is enough to this genocide happening in those states. This is a genocide. Obviously, it is. The same army that was unable to conquer Boko Haram, the same army that was able to put Boko Haram in order, is the same army that the so-called Buhari regime, or it is a regime because this is no democratic system anymore. It's a very fucking regime. This is just military regime all over, clouded with a shade of democracy, whichever would not vote for this stupid idiot called Buhari. He came in with the collaboration of his stupid cohorts in the western part of Nigeria, the Tinubus and the rest, to siphon our money and keep us in bondage all over and over again. This same army that was unable to conquer the Boko Haram, they are using it to suppress the legitimate right of the people that they want to determine their self-right. Where is it done? One says he wants to separate from the so-called unfortunate stillborn Nigeria that is not functioning. Nigeria is dead. They have the legitimate right to call for their own self-determination. They have the so-called right to call for their destiny. They can determine what their tomorrow wants to be. The army has no right to go there and begin to terrorize and kill them and condemn and destroy their land and property. This time, I tell you, it is no more 1967 where they came, they thought they conquered. It was just that this era was not as it was then. Now, everybody is really much more aware of the injustice. The injustice is so much. So much. Nigerians, I tell you, I'm telling you, Nigerians, you should all wake up. You should all wake up. I'm making this video because I saw a very nasty video of the Nigerian stupid Arewa army killing the youths of Igbo land, slaughtering them. Because, why? The angst was self-determination. Because they want a referendum to determine they can send a union called Nigeria, which was an unfortunate amalgamation by Lord Lugard and his stupid wife. They do have the right to seek what their future will be tomorrow. Likewise, every individual or every part of every so-called region in the old Nigeria as it was left for us by the British. We had the northern Nigeria, western Nigeria and the east. Later we now got the midwestern Nigeria. It was all regional based. Weaken the central government and let every region produce and pay tax to the central government. But today, they've tested how rich the southwest is so endowed with natural resources. They refuse to develop their own so-called natural resources in the north, beginning to feed so fat with the resources from the southwest, and they don't want to let go. It's high time we call them that it is done. Enough is enough. Like Charlie Boy used to say, our mumu don't do. We must call the spade a spade. Let's fight this injustice once and for all. If we're going to die, let us die. I'm speaking from diaspora. I know. You might ask me, why am I speaking from diaspora? I don't need to be home to fight this fight. If I'm at that fucking place called Nigeria, the DSS and whatever, the tyrant leaders and his cohorts and their killer squad, we look for how to track the voice that are speaking against them, detain them, form false allegation against them, begin to form irrelevant whatever. You try to topple the government. They give you all unnecessary names, which is not binding in the criminal code of Nigeria or in the Western world. You have the right to seek for what you want. Like Buhari, when he was in London, he thought he would call the British police to wipe away those crowds. It's not done. These people are protesting, but he should leave and go to his country and rule his country. What the fuck is he doing in London? For 3 months seeking medical care for what? He left his own medical infrastructures wasting in his country, coming to seek better welfare in a country that was organized and put in order by people like himself. I rest my case for now. I say enough is enough.